Okay. Okay, this is part 3 of this flint knapping that we're doing. This is a stone that we found. We heat treated it. We broke it down to a preform, and today we want to turn it into a biface and then into a point. I've been looking at it, and I think the first thing we need to do is to remove some of this. We've got an old crack underneath there. See what's going on with that. We're going to hit this up here and see what we can take off there. Okay, that's going to have to wait a little bit. Some of that cortex there, it's not very strong, so when you hit it, rather than breaking the way you want it to, it just crushes. I knew that was a possibility, but I'm hoping I could get by without doing too much damage there. Pretty soft there. Okay, I got pretty good there. So we've got that pretty much flattened out there. I'm going to see if we can follow that ridge down. Okay, that was a pretty good piece came off. I took it down to there. Didn't hit where I wanted, but it came out okay. Sounded good from there down to there. That was a nice one. Okay, I have to rely on the issue stick a little bit here. I've got some edges that I can't seem to move properly. So get this in between my legs and get the stick under my arm. Put it on there, and I can just punch off some chips there that I don't think I can safely move trying to knap them. Get another one here. So it's pretty much now a biface. We've got just the top and the bottom and a edge around the edge. So it's mainly now just continue to work with that a while and clean that all up. And looks like we might get a nice point out of it. Well, people say if you don't like the sight of your own blood, you shouldn't flint knap. And that's why they say that, because if you're flint knapping, sooner or later you're gonna end up getting cut. And I think I'll stop here and fix my finger. I'm gonna try and do a little cleanup on this thing. I bet it's shaped and thinned pretty good. So I'm just using a little thin flaker here. Might have to go back to the issue stick for a minute. A little too much to try to move with that. Now getting an edge. I don't break it. Get it sharpened up and we can go hunt mastodons. Okay, we're going to try to notch this thing today. I've cleaned it up a little bit and I think it's as ready as it's going to get, so go ahead. I'm gonna do side notches on it. So down just not quite 1/4 of an inch, so the notches will be right across there. Just enough to get some lacing to secure the point to a shaft. And my plan right now is to probably fasten this point to a fore shaft. The fore shaft was a short removable shaft that Native Americans used sometimes on their lances. So their lances could be like up to 14 feet long, so you didn't want to carry multiple lances around, but it's nice to have more than one weapon. So one of the things they did was to make these removable, replaceable tips, a short fore shaft they called it, we called it. And so if they speared an animal or a person, if they were hunting people, if the point broke off, all they lost was just that tip, and they could carry other fore shafts with them. And just put another fore shaft on and they were ready to go. So it prevented them from having to carry multiples of those big long spears with them. This I'm going to use when I mount this on a shaft. There's a nice corner there. I'm going to use some real sinew, so you can break the sinew down. I have used whitetail backstrap sinew, and so it doesn't take a very big slot to get quite a bit of sinew in there. I think that's probably about all I want to do. I have a shaft that goes down there, and that's that area inside the base of the notch can be have some pretty sharp edges. So what I like to do is take one of my old grindstones, and it's got some really thin edges where it's all worn away, and I can actually get in there and just grind that a little bit, take the sharp edges off, smooth that out so it doesn't want to cut the lacing when I put it in there. It probably wouldn't cut the sinew anyway, because the sinew is really tough, but why take a chance? Okay, I think we're going to call that good. So that's what we ended up with from that big block of stone that we started off with. Might take this end off a little bit more yet, but basically that's going to be the finished product. It's got a nice point on it. I've got some very small serrations on the edge, and now it's just a matter of mounting it onto whatever we want to use it for. Like I said, I think I'm going to mount this on a foreshaft. So there we go.